Cancer has affected my life by taking my mother 2 years ago. I want to grab the phone and call her. I just want to tell her everything I heard on the street and what's going on. And guess who said something?
At the young age of 24, I was diagnosed with T-cell lymphoma cancer. The tumor had grown from what was invisible 3 months earlier to the size of a grapefruit in my chest. So it happened. I had no time to think about it. It was there. It was in front of me, and I had to deal with it.
Daddy had cancer before you were born.
He did?
Yes. You never knew Lolly. So Lolly died of cancer. And our dog has cancer.
This is HER2 negative and H whatever positive, and so this means I have breast cancer. And she said, yeah, you have breast cancer. I was just like, take them. I never really liked them anyway, and
I remember my grandma losing her hair. When we were reading books, she took off her wig and it scared me really much. It was a boy. It was like a boy.
I'll never forget when the doctor called me. He said, you have Hodgkin's lymphoma, which is the better of the two. Just fall through.
A few months before our wedding, he was diagnosed with stage 4 brain cancer. He passed away August 29th, so it was just a handful of months ago. We have a healthy, beautiful daughter that is so entirely her father.
My father was diagnosed with lung cancer, and he passed away 6 years ago. It was definitely a big loss. My mom just died from colon cancer a few months ago in September. Anything that happens in your world, the first thing you think of is your mom, and she's no longer there to talk to.
I had cancer last year.
I've been a patient for 17 and a half years. The second time I found out that you can actually have different kinds of breast cancer.
Our grandma has a lung cancer.
I've had stage 3 non-small cell lung cancer since 2006.
5 surgeries, 8 rounds of dose-dense chemotherapy, 37 rounds of radiation.
Right after Thanksgiving of 2006 with lobular breast cancer, there is no family history. I am the family history.
Doctor told me I had 3 to 6 months to live, and he fought for every minute and passed away 5 months later. He was 33, and then I was a 28-year-old widow.
my sister was diagnosed with stage 4 ovarian cancer and had less than a 5% chance of survival. She was actually saved by a phase 1 clinical research trial, and had it not been for that trial, my sister would not be alive today.
A phase 1 clinical trial is, in general, the first time a drug or a treatment is being investigated in patients. One of the studies, which is that the Phase 1 Foundation is funding, is a first-in-human, first-in-oncology study of neural stem cells. I think this is a very promising study. It's a new treatment paradigm. It's a new strategy for treating brain tumors. My ultimate goal is to help come up with a cure, help find a cure for my patients. I mean, I would be so thrilled to be able to walk into my clinic room and tell one of my patients with a brain tumor that we have a treatment that's going to, going to make this cancer never come back. And I think, we're not there yet, and that's why we need, as much support for our research as possible, because I do believe that someday we will find a cure.
The clinical trials can be wonderful. This is the longest I've been in remission. As long as it's working, I'm staying in it. And it's been a godsend to me.
Kevin was, I think, patient number 8. He was very early on in the trial. I do believe that it gave him many years. It gave him many healthy years. And if patient number 8 can have a wonderful marriage and a child, I can't imagine what patient number 108 will be.
Phase 1 and clinical trials do give people more choices than they've ever had before. Without them, my stem cell transplant would have never happened, and I may not be sitting.
Herceptin was so remarkable because it was a new drug, it was in trials, and as I understand, the FDA rushed the approval of this drug to get it to patients. It was such a remarkable thing to get to be able to be one of the first people to take that drug.
Financing phase 1 clinical trials directly saves lives.
Cutting edge research, clinical trials, this is where we need to put our efforts, and it's wonderful that phase 1 is able to do that.
I think that the sense of this committed phase 1 group and now the expanded group it's unbelievably valuable.
Clinical trials offer people a fighting chance to live. A group like phase 1 is so important because they are on the ground floor of research.
Please support these clinical trials through phase 1 because you never know when it's going to affect you or your family or someone that you love.
Cancer affects everybody.
I think supporting phase 1 gives families hope, and I wish for everyone out there to be as lucky as we were to have a cancer survivor in the family.
The poor man was like 90 years old, and I'm pretty sure that I jumped on him and tackled him with a big hug and kiss. He funded this clinical trial. What he did gave me my daughter and my life with my husband and his legacy.
This is what we need to do to kick cancer's butt.
It helps so many more people than you even could imagine. And the more that you can give, the more that it can help.
I'm so much more hopeful that I'll never have it again. And there's no way I could thank the people that helped to make that possible enough.